Prime Minister Andrew Holness has announced the new COVID-19 curfew hours for December 10, 2021 to January 13, 2022. The nightly curfew is now at 10 p.m. while on Christmas Eve, December 24, and New Year's Eve, December 31, the curfew will be moved to 1 a.m. Still making the news tonight, a young teacher was killed after being ambushed by gunmen in Treasure Beach, St. Elizabeth this morning. It has been reported that the 28-year-old Sandy Bank Basic School teacher, Chantel Smith, was gunned down at her school gate in Treasure Beach. Police reports coming into our news center are that Smith was walking to the Sandy Bank Basic School at approximately 8 a.m. when two men traveling on a motorcycle opened fire near the entrance of the institution, hitting her several times. Member of Parliament for South St. Elizabeth, Floyd Green, has condemned the murder of the teacher. The murder was committed in Mr. Green's constituency. In a statement issued today, MP Green is appealing to anyone with information to contact the police.
The police must leave no stones unturned in bringing these cowardly and vicious criminals to justice. So I'm appealing to anyone that has any information to please share it with the authorities. We cannot allow this act of cowardice to go unpunished.
Meanwhile, Mr. Green says he has contacted the Early Childhood Commission to provide counseling for the students and teachers. Mr. Green says he's also contacted the Ministry of Health and Wellness to provide counseling for the family. In the meantime, a 6-year-old girl was fatally shot in the central Kingston area yesterday, while the perpetrator is in hospital under police guard. Here is Killeen May with the details.
The Central Police in Kingston are investigating the death of 6-year-old Tamora McCollum of Solitaire Road, Kingston 11, who died from a gunshot wound she received while at a premises on Tex Lane in Kingston yesterday. Reports are that about 4 p.m., a 55-year-old man was allegedly repairing an illegal firearm when a round of ammunition was discharged, hitting the child. It is further reported that the suspect immediately fled the area, but later that evening returned and was mobbed and beaten by residents and is currently hospitalized under police guard. Additionally, police are appealing to witnesses in the matter to come forward and give information about the incident. Our news team visited the area today and spoke with residents and teachers of the St. Aloysius Primary where Tamora was a student. Junior Walker, a family friend, spoke with our news team while recounting his last interaction with Tamora before she was shot and killed.
Yeah, yesterday take a little day off from work and just feel like come around the road, come sit down, and come around and say, Chantel, that's the mother. But the shop never open. We did sit down because she said she wait for a Romain to bring the key and open the shop, and I not even know that Tim really gone to school. Anyway, we're there, and till me lie down all out this job asleep. When Tim come, right at the step there, right there, in I corner, I sit down. And she run come and hug me up after she take off her uniform. Run come and hug me up, but I did a drink some liquor, and when I sit down, it's like when she hug me up, her foot kick it over. And I say, Tim, watch there. You run come hug me up and you kick over my liquor. You go buy it back, give me, you know. And she laugh and walk away. Anyway, we did it and did see me out the road till me ready say, you know, me I go around go bed. But me I come on now and her mother say, you know, I come back around here, man. You go sleep. I say, me nah go sleep, you know, me I fall back. Me just a whole I wash off and fall back. Look a girl at the gate to that baby and I touch her in her head. I said, Tim, I'm so forward. But you see, through my touch her, is that little girl when you touch her a certain way, she will come and grab you and start thumping in your back. From the corner, you see she thump, I go straight up at the corner and turn upon James and Charles Street there, so. Turn way around this, and I tell you, say, it's life. If I could have turned it back, man, all I have to do is just hold the little girl and I say, alright, you reach so far with me. Come sit down in the house and watch TV till I'm done.
He further explained what happened leading up to the incident and how he has been affected by the child's death.
I turned to her and said, Tim, are you alone? I go back down the road, you know? And she said, I'm in business. And thumped me again and run, come around the road. I never know, say, all of this did I go. Not even 5 minutes. I lie down. I hear somebody in my yard run come and say, you know, the Tim just get shot. I said, well, Tim to get shot? I want drive by. And I said, no, man, drive by what? Shot fire in the yard and boy, it's wicked, man. Nah lie, wicked. And the memory they can't, I don't think it'll come out of my head. You see me? It's a little girl where I tell her, she's joyful. You see what I say? Very joyful. So when she hugged me up yesterday, I say, Tim, you just come kick over my liquor. But normally I saw when she come from school, she would just come, or even if she not go to school, I come and say, Tim, where go on? And grab her up on them thing there. Brother, yesterday it does feel different, I not lie. Well, I could even move, you know, I could even come back up the lane, you know. Because I say she just passed on a bike, gone to the hospital. I just stuck one place. Because now I can't believe it really happened. Yes, a man who know good, you know. Even him did what they saw with the yesterday before all of this happened. Sit down out on the front, they saw with me. Till him just get up and come in at the yard. I don't know nothing else will go on after that. The man will talk to good, but I don't know. Can't tell him nothing will go on after that. More than it just shocking to know say the little girl was dead, so.
Keisha, Tomorrow's cousin, says she is not coping well with the child's death while reminiscing on the close bond she had with the child and her mother.
She in her belly. If her mother got a doctor, me and her clinic straight. If she's sick, and me, I don't think her mother know nothing about her like me. Nah, I cope, you know. This man, I carry my baby to clinic. When them take my pressure they are 200 and add them have to give me 2 pressure pills. Look after my baby and send me home and send me take it easy. When I look at the clinic, they must say the baby we normally carry come to clinic, I say if she forget a vaccine I mean, if her head hurt her mother say Keisha, she said Cyril come now. Come like a my child. Her mother only push her but a my child. Me and my cousin have that band. Right now over me yard, I just pull my drawer and I see one skirt in there and I tight, so I have to just lock it and come out. So my cousin blows up on the line. Yesterday was her first day at school. Today she should have day here in her school. The morning she'd have come. They say my cousin carry something for me eat. No, mommy not cooking, I'm not hungry. I can't beg you and she'd have come to me look at baby. Chinny want me. And we say, love my baby man, your baby so born. Me and my cousin like that, she ever have a smile. The last time I remember carry my cousin go to children and she much younger. And she did a ball. The people them depend wicked woman give a baby titty and I say it's not my baby. Her mother have to leave from down here come give her titty.
The Grade 2 coordinator at the St. Aloysius Primary School, Pansita Walker, in reminiscing on Tomorrow's attendance at school yesterday, had this to say.
Very sad. The irony of it is that I was the one that took her temperature, wrote down her name, because we did COVID protocols we were observing yesterday. They came to do their test. So I took her temperature and I said, good morning. And she said, good morning. And I said, your eyes are beautiful. And she said, thank you, miss. And I said, oh my, tell me your name. And she told me. And I said, give me your hand. And she held out her hand, took her temperature, recorded it. And then she just turned back. She moved a little way, turned back and just gave me the Queen's wave and said, bye, miss. And I said, bye. Have a wonderful day and do well on your test now. And I went back to the class during the course of the day. I've been checking on all the teachers, see that everything was okay. She was right at the front of the class. And she just waved to me again. And I said, good, you're doing well. And she said, yes, miss. And that was the last time. Didn't know that I would not be seeing her today. Really sad. And what makes this occasion even more heartrending for us is the fact that since between 2019 leading up to now we have lost a teacher, we have lost our PE coach, we have lost another grade 6 teacher coming down. So we're really at loss for words right now that today, we didn't know that yesterday afternoon we would have gotten that sad news that we wouldn't be seeing her this morning. Very sad indeed.
Music teacher at the school, Mr. Gordon, in his remarks on the shooting death of Timorel, said that this is a very heartbreaking incident.
I took up my phone and I saw the picture alone, and the message that came with the picture. And then it says, St. Aloysius Primary School, heartbroken. As a father of 3, right? It tore me up, man, tore me up to know that, you know, one life can take another, just a simple life just like that, innocently. And the worst part about it is seeing her yesterday, not knowing that is her last. Yesterday was the first day face to face because they are coming to school to do exams. I saw her yesterday, not to talk to her, but I was on duty where we were doing sanitization section. So, but she was on the 1 to 3 side, I was on the 4 to 6 side. But I went over to the 1 to 3 side after school, and I got a chance to see her. She's very quiet, very humble, very loving. You understand? She's always giving you a nice wave. You know, her voice is very, she smiles beautifully. I have a beautiful smile. Her eyes are beautiful. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody is down. Young, old, everybody is shaking up. Because she's a beautiful child. You know, she speaks to everybody. If you think you need to fix a gun or use a gun, then you go places where it's only bush. You understand? So those are some of the things. There are many things that can be done, you know. But sometimes you have people who are under peer pressure and stuff like that in a certain community. You don't know why the gentleman was fixing that gun at that time, when the child was in the yard or whatever it is. But what can we do? Everybody has to just take responsibility for themselves.
Reporting for Mello TV News, I'm Killeen May.
Thank you, Colleen, for that report. Meanwhile, citizens are being urged to refrain from harboring individuals who are a part of criminal networks and carry out illegal activities. Reports of these activities can be made at Crime Stop at 311 or by calling Police Emergency 119. Member of Parliament for the Central Kingston constituency, Donovan Williams, has condemned Timorel's killing. Still tonight, 3 members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, who were on duty when 27-year-old Orville Purnell escaped lockup at the Kingston Central Police Station, have been placed on interdiction. In a release today, the JCF stated that it treats the integrity of their facilities and their capacity to securely detain criminal suspects as a matter of the greatest importance to effective law enforcement. This follows recent reports which revealed that Purnell, who is on murder and gun charges and was to be extradited to St. Lucia, made an alleged offer of $3 million to police personnel and inmates at the police station to assist in his escape from custody on December 1. The JCF also called for individuals who believe they have information that can assist in this regard to call the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau iProbe tip line at 876-838-3084. The JCF added that 8 other members have been placed on interdiction in relation to 2 other cases of escape that occurred in 2021. The constabulary said the integrity of its facilities and the capacity to securely detain criminal suspects is a matter of greatest importance to effective law enforcement. Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson said the improved integrity of police lockups is critical to the modernization of the constabulary. The commissioner also emphasized that while due process will be taken, there must be consequences for the recent escapes of detainees. Since the start of 2021, there have been 8 incidents of detainees escaping from lockup. Of those incidents, the JCF says 4 investigations are far advanced, while investigations are ongoing into the other 4. The JCF said a high-level investigation led by iProbe is currently underway into recent incidents. As we continue with the news tonight, Red Rose Fish Market reopened yesterday with a strict warning to vendors from local government minister Desmond McKenzie. Here is Colleen May with more on this story.
The Red Rose Fish Market in Kingston was officially reopened yesterday, relocating over 50 fish vendors who ply their fresh produce along the bustling downtown Kingston shopping district. The market, which was closed for about 7 years, was refurbished at a cost of over $40 million. The market now boasts a framed structure, vendor stall area, and fish storage compartments, among other things. Speaking during yesterday's opening ceremony, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie said the market is an investment in fish vendors and warned vendors that the facility should only be used to sell fish.
The vendors who are going to be using this facility must take pride in using it. We don't want to go back to the days when we were besieged by complaints. Because if you don't maintain it, the kind of business that you are anticipating you won't get. Because people are not going to come and support you in a nasty environment. And let me tell you, this is not an apartment building. So now that it is completed, and I listened to what the mayor said about the cooperation between the UDC, local government, in building out markets, repairing markets. Downtown Kingston is the commercial life of Jamaica.
Minister McKenzie also encouraged vendors to maintain law and order as they conduct their business.
Look at some of the conditions that you used to ply your trade. You would never want to return to those days. Never, ever again. The stagnant water, the lack of proper sanitary facility, and the total disregard for public health safety. It is a bittersweet victory, but Mayor, it also speaks to the deficiencies in our political process. Because while we dilly-dally around with the livelihood, you, the vendors, and the people who use the facility suffers. We're coming into Christmas, and there are a lot of challenges, not just in downtown Kingston, but right across the country when it comes on to vending. We have to ensure, Mayor, that whatever we do, we maintain law and order. Because the police will have to play a critical role in the maintenance of public order in downtown Kingston.
Mayor of Kingston Delroy Williams, in his remarks at the official reopening ceremony, thanked vendors and the wider public for their patience in the finishing of the project, which commenced in 2017.
Red Rose Fish Market today and going on will remove approximately 50 fish vendors from the streets of downtown. That is very important to us because these are vendors that didn't have anywhere to sell their fish while the Red Rose Fish Market was under renovation. So they had to be somewhere along the sidewalk on the street in order to continue their livelihood. As a municipality, we really want to remove as much vendors from the street as possible. But at the same time, we have to balance it with the fact that in some cases markets have been burnt down, not repaired, not renovated. And so we have been playing this balance where we do our best to accommodate as best as we can so that vendors can continue their livelihood while we do the renovation. We are at the stage where we are now just going to put in the stalls and the shops, which we expect to complete sometime in February. When we do that, we are going to remove another 60 vendors off the street and place them in the Jubilee market.
According to Mayor Williams, the market's reopening is one of several major projects happening across the city, citing the recent renovation of the Pepin Market in St. Andrew and the upcoming reopening of the nearby Jubilee Market.
We have said from day one that we can't just go and remove people who have spent their entire years vending downtown. And because of the unfortunate circumstances like the burning down of a market, that we are going to send them home and then wait until the market is finished 7 years after. No, we can't do that. So our approach has always been, we accommodate them as best as possible, as orderly as we can. We rebuild the structures and then we put them in and we remove them from the street. We have started. We have Red Rose here, we have Jubilee coming up, Redemption right there, and then we have some work to be done also on the Purnell Charles Arcade. So thank you very much. Thanks to UDC for the support. Thanks to the Ministry of Local Government, Honorable Minister Mackenzie, councillors, Donovan Samuels, Jermaine Hyatt, the staff at KSAMC, City Engineers Department, and the Commercial Services Department. And also thanks to the vendors, who I know right now will be jostling for the spots inside.
Vendors ensuring their excitement in now being able to use the Red Rose Market say they are thankful that the market has finally reopened.
Lord, we know long Mary this happen. A long time I want Red Rose open. Trust me, we're comfortable inside more than outside. No thief can't come in and rob you. When them come pick all the vendor, the people that want to come buy, sometimes they get robbed outside. So when them in the market, them can't get robbed. When I ask Christ, them can't get robbed in the market. So I'm glad the market, the security are going to life. We ourselves are security ourselves. Because if somebody come buy from me, but they can't rob them, you ball out. It can't happen. Because I'm here buy from. Right. I love where the Prime Minister do and the mayor. Trust me, more this open long time, my brethren. I'm glad for the market, man.
And then give it to them clean. It's on the whole of them take care of the market. Just take care of it same way. I like this setting, okay?
Reporting for Mello TV News, I'm Colleen May.
Thank you, Colleen, for that report. And we now go to tonight's COVID-19 update, where the country's positivity rate now stands at 3.6%, with 18 new cases of the virus and 1 additional deaths, increasing the total of cases now to 91,554 and total fatalities to 2,411. Of the new infections, 11 are females and 7 are males, ranging in age from 4 months to 91 years. In tonight's COVID-19 parish breakdown, St. Thomas recorded 4 cases, St. James, St. Catherine, and Hanover recorded 3 cases each, Westmoreland 2, Kingston and St. Andrew, Manchester, and Trelawney recorded 1 case each, while St. Anne, Portland, Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Elizabeth had no cases on record for the period. In the meantime, there were 127 additional recoveries, increasing the total of recovered persons now to 63,223. Still making Mello TV news, tourism stakeholders say they are confident Jamaica will be able to facilitate the new 24-hour COVID-19 test required for travelers to the United States and the United Kingdom, 2 of the island's largest source markets. Both countries have put the travel restrictions in place as a result of the emergence of the Omicron variant of the novel coronavirus. Starting at 4 a.m. today, individuals aged 12 and above who desire to travel to the UK will need to provide a negative pre-departure test, LFD or PCR, as close as possible to departure and not more than 48 hours before, to slow importation of the new variant. As of yesterday, passengers flying to America from abroad will need to show airlines proof of a negative COVID-19 test result that was taken within 1 day of departure before being allowed to board. That includes U.S. citizens and vaccinated travelers. This is down from the 3 days previously required for vaccinated visitors, permanent residents, and citizens. Yesterday, the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, stated that the island is positioned to meet the new 1-day COVID-19 testing requirement for international travelers. Still tonight, 28 students were recently recognized by the Universal Service Fund USF for outstanding performance in the 2021 Primary Exit Profile PEP examinations. The top performing students, 1 boy and 1 girl from each parish, were each presented with a laptop computer by USF to assist them in virtual learning, which has become necessary due to the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic. The presentation took place during a ceremony at the Altamont Court in New Kingston recently. In congratulating the top performers, Minister of Science, Energy and Technology, Darrell Vaz, urged them to set big goals for themselves, apply themselves to their studies, aggressively pursue their dreams, and never settle for mediocrity. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelly Ann Hill. Do stay safe and pleasant viewing.